Yo, what up, street dogs? There, came from there, can street photography belong? So, the question: what is humans designed for? And is the world designed for us? Are computers, devices, and stuff designed for us? If not, what is everything designed for? So these are my basic thoughts. So us human beings, right? This is me, Eric Kim. That's my body. And I think, okay, so this is a bad thing about like utilitarian philosophy and just a lot of modern thinking. Basically the gist is the purpose of a human being is to maximize their earning potential, to maximize making money, to be a good person and stuff like that. And to have even been born was a sin, like original sin. They're like, this is the worst thing about like kind of like Catholic, Christian morality is that, what was your first mistake in life? You were born, and therefore even being alive is a sin. Yo, what up, Jeff? Staying alive?
I am.
You wanna come up or you good down here?
Just doing some work down here. Where are you up to?
I'm just gonna do a vlog.
Do it.
Dude, you gotta check out my new freaking Kinesis, my new ergonomic keyboard.
Ooh.
Oh, so do you know what's my thought, Jeff?
What's that?
Were humans designed for computers or are computers designed for humans? So that's kind of an interesting thing because it's like anything with ergonomics research, like standing desk or keyboard mechanisms, whatever, because I just got the new ergonomic keyboard. And then like rather being this, it's actually like a little bit curved. So it's actually less tension on the fingers. So certainly like, we're not designed to do kind of that. And so it's like, we should first do like human-centered computing, which is like, what is the least strain on humans? Rather than just thinking about like to maximize our productivity for the sake of it, right?
Do you have other examples of
ergonomics?
No, not ergonomics.
Or just computing stuff? Okay, so the question.
Or like humans.
So for example, right? For example, it is considered a mortal sin not to answer someone's email in like a week or a month. So, but then this kind of favors more. It's not even like a humanistic thing in this perspective. It's more like doing work for work's sake, and it's kind of this weird moralistic, ethical thing. Is that like thou must always be responsive with communication and stuff like that, but I think it just kind of favors more of like this cult of just like technology rather than the individual himself. Or another classic thing, they're designing phones which are way too fucking big to be used with one hand. So like that kind of favors more like technology for technology's sake rather than actually like thinking like, is this going to be maximally beneficial for me as like a human being?
I feel like technology has been super useful during COVID though. Like with
That's true.
Zoom
Yeah.
And how it's created so much connection in between different people. So both ends. Yeah,
because like I've been getting so much like back pain and like wrist carpal tunnel pain from spending too much time on the. I don't think I spend too much time on the computer, but just like the new MacBook Pro, they reduced the travel of the scissors. So the downside of that is that it actually causes more stress and pain in your fingers. Whereas these ones, like the old school one, it's more pillowy. Like you're typing, it feels like a pillow. It actually feels pretty nice. So like I made the naive mistake of like upgrading to the newest MacBook Pro because like it's better, it's slicker, it's space gray, and then actually, when I used to have my old MacBook Air, no pain typing on the keyboard, but the new one I have lots of pain. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know. This one definitely is great for productivity, but like my wrist goes like that, so it's probably not.
But does it hurt though?
A little bit. But that's only when I'm lying down in bed. Like,
oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine then. Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm just doing. So it's just like the thoughts, just like, if it just anything you do on a computer causes you pain, it's probably a bad thing. and then you gotta like figure out how to either change your lifestyle or change your tools or change the way you approach things. Because like certainly like even if you have the most ergonomic setup, you're a programmer, you're programming 14 hours a day. It's like then that's the question is like, you know, who's more important, you or the work? So if it's going to be causing you like, if it's destroying your body in order to do more work, it's kind of like imagine if they made cocaine legal. You know, I bet you everyone would totally be taking it. But then it kind of comes down to the question. It's like,
So the question is really not is technology designed for us or us designed for technology. It's more like is technology designed for us or is technology designed for productivity and extraction of productivity?
ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, because I'm starting to think that like it's maybe the second is like, you know, even have you heard of Taylor or Taylorism? He's the first guy to like time productivity with a stopwatch. So essentially, he used to like he was in a factory in London or something like that, and he was just measuring how quickly people could I don't know produce a shoe or something, and then he would go there and he would stopwatch every single person to make it all faster. But actually, they kind of found out afterwards like. The reason why it was more productive was actually because when people are being watched and timed, they're just like working fanatically. And so it's like kind of like this like fanaticism for always having to like be doing something. And also I think it's kind of similar to like the whole like Christian morality. It's like God is always watching you. And then if you're not always working, you're somehow committing some sort of like moralistic crime or anything like that.
I can see that.
Because it's funny because like I feel like even in American society, right? Even if you're not religious or you don't believe in God, whatever, still the Puritan, Quaker, Protestant work ethic thing still permeates our working philosophy. And so that's why I actually find it funny is that like a lot of people who aren't religious actually fall more deep head into this whole like cult of productivity because then productivity becomes like a new religion or a godhead, right?
But isn't your purpose in life to be creatively productive? How is that any different?
I think, I mean, well, certainly we don't have any like ultimate like quote quote purpose in life. It's like, you know, we're biological flesh that's thrust into the world. So my personal mission statement is more like to create what I consider great artworks or ideas or books or writings, whatever, and then put it out there and then hopefully it can inspire present living humans or future generations of humans. But then it's like,
Don't you have to be productive in order to...
oh yeah. But then it's like, oh, the new thought, Jeff. Rather than call it productive, maybe we could call it generative. Because generative is better. It's like you're generating things, right? And like, you know, a power generator, it's like, it makes electricities. Because like the word productivity is kind of like a bad one, I think now, because it's more like people think it just means that you're always answering emails. Right? It's like, or like overcoming procrastination and stuff like that. It's actually not focused on like the artistic generation. And then generation is interesting too because it goes from like genes, genome, gnosis, which means birth, like Genesis.
Wait, what does it mean again? Genes.
Genes, it comes from Greek, gnosos, Gnosos or something. It just means birth. That's where like Genesis comes from, like, you know, the Genesis. And it comes back from like gene, like genome, birth, generate. It's all kind of the same word. So that's why, Jeff, like whenever you're studying anything in like physiology or like even health, just go on Wiktionary.org and then search the, dude, I've been fucking enjoying these rabbit holes like crazy.